Apparently, an insider has leaked a possible new location for the first major in 2027. And apparently, many people will be very unhappy about the location and the organizers. So let's discuss what the possibilities are and try to figure out what possible locations could be. And with that said, guys, don't forget about the giveaway in the description down below and check out the Discord for more. And now a quick word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Skin Baron, the ultimate marketplace for buying and selling your CS skins. Skin Baron is a German company with an excellent Trustpilot rating, trusted by thousands of players. Save up to 30% compared to the Steam market with over 1 billion skins and easy to use filters. Finding your perfect skin is a breeze. They offer multiple payment methods including credit card, Klarna and even more. And if you're selling a skin worth over 1,000 euros, you'll only pay 2% fees on it. Use my code Shifterz to support the channel and start your Skin Baron journey today. Thank you, Skin Baron, and now back to the video. So here is a summary of the post. The tournament operators and the locations of the first 2027 major in CS are already known. I definitely won't give any spoilers to avoid any inconvenience for the involved parties. But the place and the organizer of the first major of 2027 will surprise everyone. Although I doubt it will be received positively. And when asked why people would receive it so negatively, is because of the location and not any political factors. So that means we can already rule out the UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, who have been pouring money into the esports scene. So let's start off with the first option, which is Australia or New Zealand. Most likely it's going to be Australia in that factor, either Melbourne or Sydney. They had IEM events already. And when it comes to the time difference to Europe, so mainland Europe, we have a GMT plus 11, meaning if you are in GMT plus 1, it's a 10-hour time difference ahead. And well, all of these tournaments would then be played when everyone is at work. And to give you a bit of a time context, when, for example, here it's 5 o'clock and you get off work in Europe, over there in Australia, it's going to be 3 o'clock in the morning. So that probably means if the events are then played in the evening in Australia, here you just woke up and you're about to go to work. And now taking America into account, I took New York as an example here. You can clearly see all of the PM hours are mostly going to be during the nighttime. So that means everyone who wants to watch CS is going to be asleep, or they have to do an all-nighter and they won't be able to do that for long. And to summarize that time zone mess up, I'm guessing if it's going to be played there, it's most likely going to be played somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Australia. And as you can see, this is basically late in the evening in the States. And when it comes to Europe, it's going to be early in the morning. And for our next location, we are looking at the West Coast, I would say. For an example here, I took Seattle, since it's the West Coast and it's also the state where Valve is located in. And here again, I took Central European time. And as you can see, Seattle is 9 hours behind of Berlin. So that means, again, most likely the event is going to be played either in the early afternoon, so around 2 o'clock maybe, or else late in the evening. So we're talking about 7 to maybe 8 o'clock in the evening, which is, as you can see, going to be very early in the morning in Europe. And when it comes to the organizer of the tournament for 2027, I think it might be against Star Ladder. And the reason why I think is because of this post right now. As you can see, they have announced they want to continue working on CS and all of that during 2026, and on top of that also in 2027. So maybe they might get the spot again. And for the last point that I also want to talk about, because in the insider post there was a talk about South America. However, I do not think it's going to be South America, since the main point that was mentioned was the time difference. And when we compare the time difference to Argentina or Brazil to Europe, we are working with a 3+ time difference. So Europe is 3 to 4 hours ahead. And the only regions that would be suffering from this place is, well, Asia and Australia. But overall, to sum it up from a likeliness, I would say that Australia might be the next location in 2027. Then for the second most likely place, I would say the West Coast, and then Latin America with Brazil or Argentina. And when it comes to the organizer, it's most likely going to be Star Ladder, since those were the ones who were received very poorly in the Budapest Major, and therefore therefore I think they could be the next organizer. And with that said, guys, let me know down in the comments, what's your take? Which region do you think is the major going to be played in? And as always, don't forget to check out all of the relevant links down in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next one.